I guess I'm recording. This JR. I'm just out driving around, and what I'd like to say is, when I took off earlier today, I had to get like an eye exam today and a bunch of other stuff. So I'm driving around. When I first left the house, got background music playing. Anyway, so I first took off driving today. It was just, the anxiety was so intense. I mean, just so intense. Another thing that makes me feel uncomfortable is going to the mall. And the mall's right across the street. I don't know if you guys can see that. So I had to get like this prescription. And what did I do? Well, my anxiety was really high. So I went to the mall, which made it even worse, you know. But I don't have an escape plan. There is no escape plan for me. I don't really care how severe anxiety gets. I don't care. It was so intense. I thought it was unbearable. But I told myself I'm gonna keep pushing on. I'd say now it's been like, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 hours later, and do I still have like these really odd, incredibly strong, uncomfortable feelings? Yes, I do. The difference is that when I was a younger man, I would have ran from these sensations. I would have thought that these were too much for me to bear, and I would have resisted them, and I probably would have fought with them or fought back. Now what I do is I just let myself kind of just relax, just really let all my muscles go and just kind of relax and just let anxiety do whatever it's going to do. And all day it's been fluctuating, where it gets worse and then it gets better, and it gets worse and then it gets better, and there's all kinds of moments. And so there's one thing about anxiety that I've learned is it comes in waves. I believe that it can come and it can culminate and get worse and worse, but I believe that happens if you're in resistance to it. I think the idea is to absolutely not resist it. And when you don't struggle with it at all, anti-struggle with it, let all your muscles just drop, just let yourself relax. And I think when you do that, I think that it keeps it like kind of doing this. And there are reasons that I'm not even going to go into why I'm even dealing with so much anxiety right now. But it does bleed into driving. It does bleed into other situations, you know, where it can make it difficult. But I just thought I'd make this video because I think the difference between dealing with anxiety now versus dealing with anxiety when I was younger was I just thought that the feeling was unbearable, and I would panic and I would leave. One thing I'm learning is it may feel unbearable for like a short time. In other words, it may feel like it gets there, but if you just kind of relax, let your shoulders go, let your arms go, just get nice and comfortable, and you just kind of, almost like you just don't care. You just don't care whether it's there or not. You don't care anymore. You've made up your mind. It's not gonna stop you. It fluctuates all day. So, you know, enough, now this is my belief, of exposing yourself to feelings of anxiousness themselves. You know, if driving's what brings it on, or being in an elevator, or whatever it is that, you know, brings it on, it could be anything. I mean, if you're an anxious person, you can have anxiety at home. It doesn't matter. But the point is that just just let it run its course. Let it do its thing. I mean, that's the most important thing I can say right now. Is just learn not to fight it. When anxiety starts to hit me really hard, my muscles literally, I start to just literally start to, my shoulders go down, my head almost falls from being completely relaxed, and my arms relax, my shoulders relax. I make sure I'm not holding my breath. I make sure that I'm breathing well into the diaphragm, and just let us do its thing. And there are moments that I forgot that I had anxiety. I forgot I even had it. And there's other moments where it feels like it's tormenting me and I can't take it. But I just keep on letting it be. Trying not to struggle with it. And then all of a sudden it comes in a wave, and then it disappears. It may come back again, but if you're not struggling with it, it doesn't stay at the same intensity. It's a thing that passes. And so people say learn how to ride it, learn how to float with it like a wave. Well, anxiety, as far as I'm concerned, comes in waves. It gets really intense, like this is I can't take this. Like, this is unbearable. And then all of a sudden it gets easier, and then it gets to a point where, like, if you're distracted, sometimes your anxiety goes down, or you forget you have anxiety. So, it's a matter, for me, it's a matter of exposing myself to anxiety itself. And it becomes less powerful and less fearful, and it's far less convincing that it's strong enough to stop me from doing anything. I just don't believe it is. So that's my thing. I don't care if you're driving. I don't care if you're jumping on a plane. I don't care if you're jumping out of a plane. I don't care what you're doing. If you just let your body and let everything just run its course with absolute zero struggle, anti-struggle, whatever your gut feeling says to do the opposite. This might increase your anxiety at first because you might be used to resisting it, which might give you a false sense of security. But but once you loosen up, you might get a jolt of anxiety because it might be foreign for you to actually just try to be relaxed in that situation. I think it can actually might even increase your anxiety in the beginning, but in the long run, it's absolutely the way out of this. This sounds so cliche, and I never thought that I would be the guy saying this, but the more you can relax, just relax, the less anxiety is going to have control of you. Whether you're driving, it can still come in waves, but just make sure you're breathing deep. You can breathe deep. Count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. Breathe through your nose into your belly, not your chest, because this can tighten up. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. And just really, really relax. Just let go. Just let go. And I'll wind up by saying this. It's hard to make yourself relax, but you can. I have these Invisaligns in my mouth, so I'm slurring. I'm trying to talk, and it's kind of weird, but anyway. So remember, don't make yourself relax. Let yourself relax. Let yourself go into a deep state of relaxation. Another thing is, if you're at your home and you're relaxed at your home, what's changed? What's changed? In other words, like when you're in your car or you're dealing with other people, are you acting different? Are you being a different person? Are you putting up a front? Because when you put up a false facade, and you're not just being yourself, comfortable in your own resting face, and you're worried about how you're going to come off, or whether you're going to, you know, like you want to people please. So you put on a false front. That's an anxiety provoking thing. So find out, like, where are you in your most natural, just state of mind. Imagine, what state of mind would you be in if you were just all by yourself, or in a really comfortable situation around people that you trust and feel comfortable around? How do you feel then? You don't have to put up any front of who you are. Remain in that state of mind when you get behind the car. Remain in that state of mind when you're dealing with people. People pleasing is an extremely anxious thing. Also, if you have chronic worry, worry appointments work. Finish the thought with, instead of what if this happens, finish the thought with what if it doesn't. What if it doesn't? If you have a what if thought that's driving you crazy, I promise you it's creating anxiety too. So just start your own new mantra. If you have a thought that's creating over and over, and going over and over, and it's a what if this, or wow, I think that's going to happen. Just change the outcome in your mind consciously. Say, if I'm going to think about this all day long, or my mind is going to, start just thinking, well, what if it doesn't happen? What if that doesn't happen? What if this doesn't happen? Likelihood is it's not going to happen, because we worry about things that usually never happen. But if you start going, what if this doesn't happen? What if this doesn't happen? You'll notice that your stress level will go down. So you want to approach this from cognitive. You don't want to be, a chronic worrier. You don't want to be a people pleaser. You don't want to struggle against these sensations. You want to get so used to them that you realize that they come and they go. So I hope this helps somebody. And that's that. All right.